Hello all, my name is Thomas Lau from Thomas Lau Coaching, and today I like to be with you looking on some of the most important insights I have got in my 65 years of life. And I think sharing my insights with you may be helpful for you, maybe give you also some time for reflection, and let's go into it. The biggest life lessons until today, I would say, is that it's very important that you keep an eye on your health, because health, your body, your soul, your spiritual health, that is important. Because if you are ill, if you have spiritual problems, if you have psychological problems, nothing is going well. So what I learned is that you have really to worry about and to work for your health, to have a healthy body, a healthy spirit, and a healthy consciousness. And what does that mean? Healthy consciousness. Here I'm coming to my next point, that is learning to watch what your mind is talking. Because if you are feeling well or if you are feeling bad depends on the stories your mind is telling you. If your mind is telling you that the bottle is half empty, or if the mind is telling you the bottle is half full, make all the difference. And the most people are suffering not under the circumstances or not what happened to them. They are suffering about their own interpretations. So they give interpretations, everybody give interpretations based on his experiences, where he's living, when he is living, what kind of character one has, what kind of character the parents had, in which culture you are living. All these are influencing your intellectual, your spiritual, your conscious self-talk. And this self-talk, or this mindset, let's say, different words for the same thing, that is the last reason why you are feeling well or why you are feeling bad. So that is the lesson I've learned, that I control my mindset, that I control what I'm telling myself, that I control what I'm feeling. Or better say, not control, I manage it. I know that my thinking, I know that my mindset has the biggest influence on my happiness. So the conclusion is, check your mindset. Check what are you thinking. Try to think in a positive way. It's not lying to you, that's not. But as I said, say the bottle is half full and not say the bottle is half empty. And the third lesson I learned is regarding self-esteem. You have to feel worthy. You have to feel that yourself, that you are a worthy person, that you do not have to accept negative opinions about other people, wherever they may have them. You have to have a positive self-esteem, to say yes to you, also to your flaws. Everything what you are is unique. You are a unique individual. Nobody on the earth is like you. Nobody never will be like you or was like you. So you are unique, and only this uniqueness, only this individuality should give you enough self-esteem that you can say, yes, here I am the way I am. And if people are not good with that, okay, then that's their problem. So that is very difficult to do from time to time, because maybe society is thinking different than you, your parents are thinking different, your peer group may be acting different, but that is all not important. Important is that you are okay with yourself. And this is the best base to have this positive self-esteem. And this self-esteem also brings you love. And if you do love yourself, you also can love others. Because love without loving yourself is impossible. If you cannot love yourself, you cannot love anybody. Another lesson. The next lesson based on that is, be authentic. Be really authentic. Be yourself. Accept yourself. If you detect flaws, if you detect the things you do not like, make a plan to change. But That must be your decision. That must be your plan. That must be your analysis, not coming from your parents, not coming from your peers, not coming from society. And how do you can execute these plans? I learned there is a rule that says in every given moment, do the best, do the most productive thing you can do in this moment. Be aware that you are living in this present moment. You are not living in the past, not in the future. You are here now, and think in this here now, what is the best I can do now in regarding my personal goals, my personal targets. And then act. That is the next lesson. Thinking, reflecting is one thing, but as a conclusion of thinking and reflecting, there must result action. Without action, there will be no change. Without action, you will not really receive what you want to receive, where you want to go. Action. Do what you think is correct to do. And then don't matter what the other people say. If you really are confirmed, for example, that you want to be an artist, then try everything to be an artist. And give not too much attention to people who says, you never will have success, you are a failure. Do you know how many artists really are successful? Only a small percentage of the people who are trying it. Maybe that's the case, but if that is your thing, if that is what you want, then do it and do it. That is a call for action after reflection. Another really important thing I learned is that life is change. I know, we'll hear it everywhere, we read it, but do we really realize what that means? Do we really understand what that means? Life is a constant change. If you think the house in which you are living now, one day it will disappear. The car you have, one day it will disappear. Everything will disappear one day. Okay, that may be in 50 years, in 100 years, but there are other things which are probably disappearing earlier. Look to your own body. With 65 now, my body is very different than it was with 20. I cannot go anymore to the top of the mountains in half an hour. I need 2 hours, where before needed half an hour. So my body changed. My mind changed. My relationship changed. So if I look from 65 back, everything has changed. Nothing is as it was 30 years, 40, 50 years ago. It's all different. Imagine I grew up without internet. I grew up without cellulars. I grew up without television even. That started when I was under 10 years old. And how the world changed. And what does that mean? If we really see and understand that change is all day, it means that we have to be flexible. We have to adapt to the change. If you are not flexible, then it will be hard to live in this world today. And flexible means also not regarding your body, that you keep your body in shape. It means also your spirit, your mind, that you maintain a flexible mind, that you see that things are changing, that you approve this change, that you do not neglect it, that you accept it. Because if you won't accept it, then it will be suffering again. So be flexible with your mind, with your body. Keep your body flexible, very important. But the flexibility of your mind, I think it's the most important thing regarding getting older. To understand the world, how it is today, to see all these changes and to embrace them, because you cannot do anything about it. The world is unfolding how the world wants to unfold, and the world does not interest what you think how the world should unfold. The world unfolds by itself, and if you do not accept this, you will suffer. And another one of my learnings is that your family is very important. I think if you look to the science of happiness, there are, as a conclusion, that there are 4 things which are for your life very important, and I can agree that, because in my recent decades of life, I experience the same. And these things are the family, your friends, that you have faith, and that you have a purpose. If you are missing one of these aspects of your life, then your life maybe not get to be fully and rich, and maybe you will suffer, and maybe you will miss something. Maybe you think at the end, I've done not the right thing, I missed the right things out. And I don't think that it is necessary, like Thoreau, who said that he went into the woods to see that when he dies, he will not say, oh, I now recognize that I haven't lived. I think it is today easier, because you have all the information of the science of happiness, of the science of life, and you can learn from that. So that is again going back to the flexibility of your mind, accepting what is life, using all the tools you have at hand. And one of these tools is the information and the results you get from science. And regarding life, thinking that we all want to have a happy life, it is important to know how the science of happiness give you answers to the questions you have. And in relation to the science of happiness, we know today that your happiness is depending for 50% on your genetic disposition and 40% of your mindset. So as we said at the beginning, mindset is very important. And only 10% of your happiness is created by the circumstances you live in. So you can see that in all the researches which were made with lottery winners. The result is that the lottery winners had a time when they, after winning the lottery, were very happy. But after this short time, they fall back to the same level of happiness they were before. So it really didn't make an impact on their life, winning the lottery. And also you have this with people who experience an accident, a heavy accident. These people fall into a depression, but after a time, they had the possibility getting out and came back to the same level of happiness. So really it is, I think, important to know that it is not your circumstances, that it is not what you have or not have what makes you happy. It is how you interpret it, how you reflect about what you have, how grateful you are for what you have. And all this is coming back to my initial observation, my initial learning, that your mindset, managing your mindset, knowing your mindset, building up a positive mindset is very important for your life. The last reflection for today, I want to go into the direction of being your best friend. All the changes we see in life are saying us that relationships which we have today may be over tomorrow. All the good things we have today are changing and may be different tomorrow. But what will be never changing? That is that you are always together with you. So you are always you. You are always in your companion. And if you cannot be alone, for example, or if you are not an interesting companion to yourself, then you have a really critical situation. Because finally in life, it is your relationship which you have with you who gives you the strength, the self-esteem, the love, which is the necessary base to have a fulfilling life, to have a happy life, and not to fall into depression. For example, if you are in a wonderful relationship, but your partner passed away, then you are alone. So if you are in this moment not your best companion, then you will suffer. And it can be that you will never go out of the suffering again. But if you have a firm relationship with yourself, if you are your best friend, then the possibility that you come out of this depression, come out of this situation in a positive way is much higher. So be yourself, for yourself, your best friend. Love yourself, treat yourself with respect, give yourself breaks when you need breaks, and be honest to yourself. Be transparent to yourself. Do not lie about yourself. I experienced that the most lies are done by people about themselves. So you are lying to yourself, and that do not do. Be honest, respect yourself with all transparency to see clear who you are, what are your positive and what are your negative sides. Now that's not all what I learned. It's a part of the most important things I learned. There are a lot of other things we can discuss of. I hope this discussion is helpful for you. I hope I can share with you my insights and that helps you. And if you have comments or if you have other opinions, please put them down in the comments section. And I love you all. Greetings from your coach, Thomas Lau.